And here is the Writer's Almanac for Thursday. It's the 26th of December, 2019. It's the anniversary of the terrible tsunami of 2004, which devastated coastlines along the Indian Ocean, triggered by an earthquake in the middle of an ocean along a 600-mile fault line. Two tectonic plates, one slipped underneath the other. So powerful it made the entire planet vibrate, actually changed the Earth's rotation very slightly. Waves as high as 50 feet wiped out whole villages, and an estimated 250,000 people died in 14 different countries. But there were very few animal casualties. Many people said they saw animals fleeing for higher ground just minutes before the tsunami struck. 1944, in Chicago, Tennessee Williams's play The Glass Menagerie had its premiere. It was a troubled production. Laurette Taylor played the role of Amanda, and she drove Williams crazy because she kept making up lines. Opening night, there was a big blizzard. People didn't want to go out the day after Christmas. The play was on the verge of closing, but the theater critic Claudia Cassidy gave it a rave review in the Chicago Tribune, and by mid-January it was a hit, and it went on to run on Broadway. It was Williams's first major play. Williams wrote to a friend, "The menagerie is no lie about this company. The play backstage is far more exciting than the one on." It's the birthday of David Sedaris, born near Binghamton, New York, 1956, raised in Raleigh, North Carolina. He was a student at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, where he started telling funny stories to amuse his classmates. He read some of his stuff at night in clubs in Chicago and was discovered by Ira Glass, who invited him to read an essay, The Santaland Diaries, on his show, This American Life, all about Sedaris' time working as Crumpet the Elf at Macy's in New York during Christmas season. It was a big hit. Sedaris was offered a publishing contract and went on to write many humorous memoirs. Here's a poem by Deborah H. Doolittle, Wishing for Lake Superior. In the summertime, when the fairies took us out to the islands and the loons dove and laughed in our wake, that is where I'd like to be. Or more importantly, when I'd like to be, which was 17, and Duluth, the big city with shops and bars I wanted to visit, was across the state line and 1 year in my future. We had packed our hopes and fears along with our gear, camped within sight of the shore, cooked huge one-pot meals on the campfire, and snuggled deep in our tent, watching the Big Dipper slowly turn in the screen vents over our heads, with the transistor radio tuned to whatever rock and roll station with a strong enough signal. We'd sing along with the songs and eat blueberries and Oreos. We'd made plans for the future we thought we could see as clearly as the bright beams from our flashlights. That summertime, when each single day inched its slow way into night, and then another day, with nothing better to do than remember. A poem by Deborah H. Doolittle, Wishing for Lake Superior, from an anthology of poems about Lake Superior, published by Holy Cow Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.